Hello everyone, I hope you can all hear me successfully. Hopefully this is all coming through. Again, thank you for joining me live for the Queen Vic Pub Quiz. This is the second time we're playing this, and as usual you haven't let us down. You've all come to join in and play along. Thank you for joining us. Before I go through the rules and all that, I just want to give a bit more time for people to join in if they want to come into the room. Oh, hang on. Let's turn that off, my phone. Being vain and looking at myself on my phone. I'm going to say hello to a few people who are also on the screen. We have Jonathan, the Pixel Keen, EastEnders Storylines, Damo, Turney, Huge Reaction, Andy Gibson, EastEnders Fan Forever, Elizabeth Kitchener, Simone Francis. There's someone else I wanted to give a shout out who joined us very early, Vinx245 as well, and Cloud Reese. Hello to everyone who's joined us. Throughout the show, I'll be saying hello, and I'm also encouraging you to, if you want to, you can. There we go. You can write your answers on the chat as we go along. If you prefer, though, you can not give us your answers, but just make sure you have with you right now a piece of paper and a pencil. Now, we're going to be playing 6 rounds. The first and the final round is just a general knowledge Q&A question. On the first round, there'll be 4 multiple choice answers, and in the final round, there won't be, so it's slightly more difficult. Then the 4 rounds in between will be doing games that you may hear familiar from our podcast. And you can play along as well. It's a total of 30 points like there was the time before. And if you want to get involved and say hello to us, you can give us a shout out on social media. All you need to do is go to our Twitter, our Instagram or our Facebook group. Just do Walford Weekly and you're bound to find us rummaging around there somewhere. Okay, so I hope you are all ready. I hope you are all had a good day as well. It's nice that the weather's finally out and we've got the nice weather with us. But without further ado, I think it's about time we play a few games. So here we go then. So game 1, as I said already, is Walford Knowledge. I'm going to give you a question with 4 multiple choice answers. You need to give me the right answer. Again, you can put it on the chat if you want to, or if you prefer, you can just keep it to yourself. There's 8 questions, so there's a total of 8 points, and you have around about a minute to answer each one. Good. Hopefully that will make sense. If anything's confusing, just let me know on the chat as well. So here we go. Question 1 then is, this is always a good start. Question 1 is, who shot Phil Mitchell in 2001? Here we go. Who shot Phil Mitchell in 2001? Was it A, Lisa Shaw, B, Mark Fowler, C, Steve Owen, or D, Dan Sullivan? Ben Mitchell... Ben is here today. He's hiding out at the moment. He's hiding in the corner. We're calling it Social Corner. But I think he's replying to you very soon in a minute. But who shot Phil Mitchell in 2001? Was it Lisa Shaw, Mark Fowler, Steve Owen or Dan Sullivan? Here we go. I'll start reading out what people's answers are as the time is up. Don't forget, for each answer, you get 1 point in this round. Simone, it's afternoon. Yes, it's this afternoon actually here in the UK. Let us know where you guys are playing as well. Are you playing from the UK? I think I saw someone from Germany, which is fantastic. Let us all know. No need to put a final answer, Andy. You can just give your answer. It is A, Lisa Shaw. And you think you all pretty much got that right. Ben Mitchell got that right. Huge Reaction got that. Lou Flaherty. Kieran Brown. All got that right. Well done. Right, next question is... in 2001... who did Charlie Slater leave to go to live with? In 2011, who did Charlie Slater leave the square to live with? Right, sorry, we're having a few teething problems this time around. Is it A, Little Mo, B, Lynn, C, Zoe, or D, Belinda? Fiona's from the Netherlands. Hello, from the Netherlands. Hope you're having just as nice weather as we're having. It's a very English conversation, isn't it, talking about the weather? Don't forget, you can get in touch with us on our social medias. All the details are scrolling along the bottom of the screen as well. In 2011, who did Charlie Slater leave the square to live with? Was it A, Little Mo, B, Lynn, C, Zoe, or D, Belinda? Here he is. There you go. Everyone's favourite. I don't know why I'm here, to be honest with you.
Looking at the answers.
We've had a mixed bag this time. We've got a few people saying Belinda and a few people saying Lynn. Not Little Mo or Zoe. Time is up. Anyone who answered with B, Lynn, you get yourself another little point. So well done indeed. Right, question number 3.
R.I.P. Charlie Slater.
Which of these is not a son or daughter of Billy Mitchell? Which of these is not a son or daughter of Billy Mitchell? Is it A, Will Mitchell, B, Janet Mitchell, C, Dan Pearce, or D, Jamie Mitchell? Oh, Quasi says hi, Ben.
Hello.
The answer to the last question was B, Lynn. If you got that right, give yourself a point. Which of these is not a son or daughter of Billy Mitchell? Will Mitchell, Janet Mitchell, Dan Pearce, or D, Jamie Mitchell? We have a bit of a delay here, so we don't get the answers as quickly as you guys put them. But just rest assured, I will give you the answer. So you need to kind of keep the score tally yourself. I should have said at the beginning, this is all trust-based, so give yourself a point for each one you get right.
So everyone's going to get 100%?
Yeah, everyone's going to get 30 out of 30. Of course they are. But there's no prize at the end of this, I'm afraid. It's just the fun of playing along. And if you've just joined in now, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Just play along and join in. So which one of these is not the son or daughter of Billy Mitchell? The answer is D, Jamie Mitchell. Jamie Mitchell is his nephew. Am I right? Looking at Ben?
Jamie, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Ben's helping me no end. Right, question 4 is Donna, Pam and Shrimpy were introduced when Bridge Street Market was merged with which other market? Is it A, Winter Close, B, Spring Lane, C, Summer Avenue, or D, Autumn Street?
I think I grew up in Spring Lane.
Oh, did you? Lovely. It's a good place to grow up. Autumn, is it winter, spring, summer, autumn? Where did the other market come from to merge? They would never get rid of Bridge Street Market. What would Martin have done? Phil Mitchell rightly saw that Dan Pearce having a different surname was a bit of a red herring. So well done, Mr. Mitchell. Ben Mitchell says he's already got 30 out of 30 as well. Quality Dan says B, Spring Lane. Lou Flaherty says B. EastEnders Forever B. Kieran says B. That's it. The answer is, you're all correct again, B, Spring Lane. Well done. You guys are doing incredibly well. Here we go. Next question. How long was Shirley Carter's prison sentence for breaching the licensing laws and perverting the course of justice? Was it A, 6 weeks, B, 6 months, C, 3 months, or D, 3 years? She did this to stop. She took a hit for the family because they were in dire straits, and Mick at the time didn't want to go to jail.
Wilmot Brown.
All Brown's fault.
Wilmot Brown.
How long was Shirley's sentence, eh? How long was she in prison for? How long did she go without... Wasn't she bullied in prison as well? Wasn't there a scene when she was like being bullied by her roommate and she stood up to her and then she got much respect?
Yeah, top dog, Bad Girl.
Who was she in Bad Girls, Ben?
Yvonne
Yvonne.
Atkins.
How long was Yvonne's sentence?
For life.
Well, it was life, wasn't it? She died there.
She did. Trying to escape. Before medical.
But as her alter ego Shirley, how long was her sentence? Her sentence was 3 months. So if you said C, 3 months, then you are correct. C is the answer, 3 months. How you guys getting on? I shall be asking you for your scores at the end of this round. Next question. How much does Vincent Hubbard sell the Albert to Ada Maguire for? How much does Vincent Hubbard sell the Albert to Ada Maguire for? Is it A, £1, B, £100, C, £10,000, or D, £100,000?
What's it worth? Kathy's got it now.
Kathy paid considerably more.
Businesswoman of the Year.
She, yes. Well, she would have got more if she had the receipt.
Ben Mitchell should know this.
Ben Mitchell should know this. You were the one who funded said venture. Anyone playing from the United States? I'm genuinely curious if anyone is playing from the United States. It's good to know. A few answers coming in.
How stupid was Vincent?
Well, he wasn't stupid. He was put into a corner, wasn't he? And so much so that
He ran away.
Well, no, got driven away with a gun to his head. And so into a corner he was. He sold the Albert for £1. Right. The next question is a picture question. So here is the picture. And the question is, which of these is this character's grandchild? Is it A, Jay Brown, B, Whitney Dean, C, Abby Branning, or D, Taylor Moon?
Never seen him before. Can't even see it.
Can I grab my glasses?
No. Very small on this
I know. I need. Actually, would you grab my glasses? You're gonna see me with glasses because it's quite difficult to see because I've got lots of different screens. Anyone who said £1, by the way, on the last answer is the correct answer. Vincent sold it for £1. Now cleaning my glasses.
Never seen that man before in my life.
Well, he is someone's granddad.
Whose?
That's the question. Is it A, Jay Brown, B, Whitney Dean, C, Abby Branning, or D, Taylor Moon? Whose grandchild is his?
He looks like someone from Shameless.
He is. He was a sweeper, a market sweeper, if anyone's interested. That was his job. Chloe's mum is from North Carolina and has been a fan for 14 years. Great to hear from you, Chloe's mum. Hope you're joining in.
Is that Chloe or Chloe's mum playing?
Is it? Well, both. The answer is A, Jay Brown. That was Jay Brown.
He was in Bad Girls.
Who was?
He was.
Oh, Ben's going to go now and do a bit of research on
who
that.
Who did he play in Bad Girls? Whoever said that, it's gone now.
Whoever said that character was in Bad Girls, let us know. If you said AJ Brown, you are correct and you give yourself a pat on the back and you are stunning. Right, question 8 and the final question in this round is, what was the reason Peggy Mitchell had to miss her dear friend Pat Butcher's funeral? Was she A, resting in hospital, B, at another funeral, C, on a cruise, or D, no one had told her?
Pat didn't miss Peggy. When she died, she turned up as a ghost.
Yeah, she did.
So Peggy has no excuse.
An illusion. Peggy did come back in September that year because obviously Pat died in January, and Peggy did come back in September that year. And
biggest mistake of EastEnders history, that one.
Which only came back for like 1-2 days, and she put a bottle of gin on the doorstep to commemorate.
It's really like that.
Dear friend. I came late. Doesn't matter, Vinx. You can join in. As I said, there's no prize at the end of this, just the satisfaction of joining in. So why didn't Peggy make her dear friend's funeral, Pat Butcher's funeral? Was she in hospital, at another funeral, on a cruise, or nobody told her? If you had said C, on a cruise, which pretty much all of you did, then you get another point. Congratulations. Well done indeed. Right, that is the end of round 1. Wasn't too bad, was it? It was quite painless. No worse than going to the dentist. Post up your scores so far, please. So far, the scores have been out of 8. So let us know what your score is out of 8 so far, if you've been playing from the beginning. If you haven't, it doesn't matter. Just let us know what your score is so far out of how many you got on that question. She was in prison with Jim Fenner. Was in prison with Jim Fenner.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
There you go. Ben remembers. Anything to do with Bad Girls, he's your guy. Right, 6 out of 8 from Gilby P. Well done. Ben Mitchell, unsurprisingly, got all 8. AC got 7. Carwyn Hughes got 3. Doesn't matter. There's loads of points to make up on here. Hojack 00, 6 out of 8. Thank you, by the way, for getting in touch with us, Hojack, on Twitter last time after the quiz. It was great to hear from you. Lou has 5. Laura has 2. Craig Osborne has 3. WCW has 7. Elizabeth Kitchener has 6. Lou Paul has 7. Starling has 2. Quasi also has 8. Quasi, you're really hot on this. You do really well every time. Vinx got 1 because he came late, but that's fine, Vinx. I gave you a shout out, Vinx, at the beginning, saying it was great to see you join us so early. Abby Neville got 6, but came late. So to come in late and got 6 is brilliant. Gareth Richards got 5. Tamara got 8 also. Good. Right. next round. Now, anyone who joined us last time for the Queen Vic Pub Quiz remembers this round probably very well. So don't worry, I've toned it down a little bit and I've made it a much more reachable target of getting the answer for Dot Cotton's Connection game. So let me go through the rules for anyone who hasn't listened to our podcast and never seen us heard us play the game before, or just wants to remind themselves. I will give you up to 3 clues and you must find the sequence and what the 4th final clue would be. The less clues you need, the more points you get. So if you get it right after the first clue, you get 3 points. After the second clue, you get 2 points. After the third clue, you get 1 point. And if you guess the link, you also get an extra point. So you've got up to 4 points available in this game. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to play a bit of music as we go through them, but here is the first clue. So what is the connection and the 4th clue? First clue is Lee Carter, arrow, or goes to Whitney Dean. Lee Carter goes to Whitney Dean. AC, I know that Dot Cotton's Connection game can be tough, but I think this is very doable this time. It's not so abstract as I made it last time. Please believe me. Have a little think. It's not that difficult, I don't think. You can give it a go. Let us know also if you've got in touch with us on Twitter, and we can have a look. Just let us know on the chat section. Lee Carter points to Whitney Dean. Can you work out what the 4th in the sequence would be and what the connection is? It's not people you've upset, Ben Mitchell, because there would be more than 4 in a chain. Simple as that. I'll explain it one more time, the rules. Basically, I'm going to give you up to 3 clues. This is the first of the 3, and you must guess what the 4th clue in that sequence would be and what the connection of the 4 clues are. Okay, and if you get it after this one, you get 3 points, and if you get the connection, you get an extra point, so you can get up to 4 points. No one's got it. Jonathan loves this game, so that's good. Relationship. No, sadly not. Andy Gibson, Jim Branning isn't the final clue. No, unfortunately not. Married isn't right either. That's not the connection. You're all going for the connection, which is good. That's the way you work it out. That married isn't the connection. Relationship also isn't the connection. Okay, divorced couples isn't the connection either. Here we go. Let's go for another clue. So if you get it after this one, the 4th in the sequence, you get 2 points and you get an extra point for the connection. Here we go. So number 2 is Abby Branning goes to Lee Carter. So clue 1 is Lee Carter goes to Whitney Dean. Number 2 is Abby Branning goes to Lee Carter, or arrow Lee Carter. That's not greater than, that's meant to be an arrow, that symbol. It's not friends, Vinks. No, that's not the connection. So clue 1 is Lee Carter, arrow Whitney Dean. Clue 2 is Abby Branning, arrow Lee Carter. Not divorced couples, not great-granddaughter either. Here we go. There's a bit of a delay, and I can see the delay, so you guys are now getting older than. No, that arrow is not meaning older than. That arrow is meaning to say it's an arrow. It's meant to be like an arrow saying they're connected together, but
nobody understands this.
They do. People do understand the game. It's Lee and someone.
It's ridiculous.
Lee and someone else. No. It's Lee and someone else. No, it's not.
Think of what Abby Branning's been up to.
Oh, Quasi. You're right by saying that they've slept with them. I have to say that if you don't want to know the answer, someone has got the answer in the chat for the connection. But
copy and paste, quick.
Don't cheat. So, if you think you've got it, what's the 4th in the sequence? Oh, Starling, I'm sorry you've got a 2-minute delay. That's annoying. Right. Like, final connection then. Connection number 3 is Ben Mitchell, arrow Abby Branning. So what would be the last in the connection now? If you get it after this one, it's 1 point. So Lee Carter connected to Whitney Dean. Abby Branning connected to Lee Carter. Ben Mitchell connecting to Abby Branning. What's the last in the sequence? And what is the sequence? Stephen, arrow Abby. No, it's not AC. But thank you for the guess. Lee and Linda, no, Craig. That's not the answer either. People have cottoned on to what the answer is. I will tell you now. A Quasi got the connection. So well done, A Quasi. Well done indeed. If you got the connection now, can you work out what the final...
EastEnders storylines?
Mine's not come up just yet. Let me just have a look. There we go. So I think we've got the answer. So here we go then. The answer, I'll give you the connection first. The connection is how in this group, during the Abby Branning faking her pregnancy storyline, it was how chlamydia had been spread amongst the group. So the fourth answer would be anonymous hookup, arrow Ben Mitchell, because Ben Mitchell did like a Tinder or Grindr date. Got it from him. Ben Mitchell then passed it on to Abby. Abby then passed it on to Lee Carter. And Lee Carter then passed it on to Whitney Dean. See, it makes sense. It's Ben to Paul. Carwyn is a very good guess. You're almost there. I feel like you can almost reward yourself half a point by saying Ben to Paul. But Paul's dead. But Paul's clean. Paul. Oh yeah.
He's not dead. He's alive.
He's alive at this point when the story came together. So there you go. So if you got it after the first clue, you get 3 points. Second clue, 2. Third clue, 1 point. And if you get the connection, you get an extra point. You're right, Ben Mitchell. In fact, Ben Mitchell, who's now commenting, it was a Grindr hookup.
Can Ben remember his name?
Yeah, if you give us the name, then this game would be much easier. How did you all guys get on? I hope that wasn't too complicated. People seem to guess a lot more easily this time. Maybe on the third, we might not play this one. But how did you guys get on? I hope you guys got on well. We're actually going to play a new game for the next round. And this Gilby didn't understand. Oh,
nor do I. I don't understand.
Sorry, Andy. Lots of 0 points. I'm sorry. If you got the connection, you get a point. So if you got the connection, give yourself a point.
If you don't understand, you get a point.
How dare you? Right. Another game to play now. We have Sharon Watt's Last Orders.
Ooh.
EastEnders Storyline's got 2 because he got it on the last clue and he got the connection. Thank you, EastEnders Storyline. Also enjoyed it. Thank you. Right, Sharon Watt's Last Orders. You will see a list of characters' names and you must put them into order using the specifications I give you. Simple as that. So there'll be a list of 4 character names and I'll give you a specification and you must put them in order. If you want to answer on the chat, then it'd be easiest just to put the alphabet letters next to each name rather than putting their full name on each one. Okay. Ben Andrews lives quite local. He's a slapper.
Was it me that passed it on?
Carmen got half a point. You deserve that half point.
It was me who passed on the STI to everyone, all right?
Tamara got no points. Tamara, you weren't alone with 0 points. I'm sorry to say. Hopefully that makes sense. Here's the first connection. The order then I need to put them in. Here we go. So starting with the earliest.
Sydney, we'll answer that question on the podcast that's out tomorrow. About who's buying the Queen Vic.
Oh, we'll get back to that in a minute. Starting with the earliest, arrange the character in order they first arrived. A. Lofty, B. Sean Slater, C. Mel Owen, D. Pam Coker. Starting with the earliest, arrange them in the order that they arrived. Yeah, Sydney, Dunphy, if you listen to our podcast, it's available on Podbean, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and all the good podcast apps. We do talk about, yet again, who is going to end up buying the Queen Vic, amongst other things. Starting with the earliest, arrange the characters in order they first arrived. Elizabeth would like Sharon to be the new owner of the Queen Vic. So would we, but we can't possibly comment.
I want Abby Branning to be the new owner.
What, baby Abby?
No, Abby Branning.
With the ghost of Abby Branning. Can't wait to listen. Yeah, Sydney, join in. Have a listen. I got the second clue and the connection. Simone, on the last game, then you get 3 points because you get 2 points for the second clue and the connection. Okay, so starting with the earliest, arrange these characters in order they first arrived. Lofty Holloway, Sean Slater, Mel Owen, Pam Coker. I think you've all got the hang of this one. This game seems a bit easier to grip and get the hang of. Good. Let's go through some of the answers. Pretty much most people are saying ACBD, which would be Lofty, Mel, Sean, Pam. Let's see if you all got the right answer. Da-dum-da-dum. There we go. So the answer to the last question was A, Lofty, C, Mel, B, Sean, D, Pam Coker. And for any information nuts out there, there's also the dates on the bottom there for when they all arrived on the square.
That was easy.
You can't complain that something's too easy after you moan that everything's too difficult. Well, maybe the next one will be a bit more tough then. So using the same list of names, can you, starting from the 1st of January 2019, arrange the characters in order of their last appearance? So start you with the exact same set of characters, need you to arrange them in order of their final appearance. Mary Smith and Ian Beale should be the next owners of the Queen Vic. Sharon Watts' game is better than Doc Cotton's game as far as rounds go. That's right, Andy. Starting from the 1st of January 2019, arrange these characters in order of their last appearance. A, Lofty Holloway. B, Sean Slater. C, Mel Owen. D, Pam Coker. The last time they were on screen. We're a bit more of a mixed bag this time. People are answering a bit differently. Hello, Harry Davies. Thanks for joining us. Doesn't matter if you're late. You can join. There's no prize at the end of this. You can join at any time. As long as you're having fun, we don't mind. Just want you, at the moment, though, to put these 4 characters in order of their final appearance on the show. A, Lofty Holloway. B, Sean Slater. C, Mel Owen. D, Pam Coker. Got a few more seconds left. A bit of a mix.
R.I.P. Mel Owen.
R.I.P. Mel Owen. She went before her time, listening to her son's voice call her into the road. Mixed bag here, few answers. I know Mary and Lofty made their last appearance last year. Well, they all made their last appearance last year. But in what order was it? Starting from the 1st of January. Okay, right. Again, a few mixed answers there. A few people have said Mel Owen was the nearest to the 1st of January, which is interesting. Let's see what the answer is and see if you got it right. So the answer is Lofty Holloway, whose last appearance was on the 19th of February. Sean Slater, whose last appearance was on the 6th of May. That was the visiting Gene and his attempted suicide storyline. Lofty was obviously Dr. Leg's funeral. Pam Coker's was the 8th of November when she came to talk to Ben and she accepted that his new relationship with Callum, which was an amazing episode. Ben agrees. And final is C, Mel Owen, which was the 14th of November, which was, as I said, the road accident when Sharon pulled her out, despite being pregnant, pulled her out of that car, saved her, and then she followed her son's voice to be then struck by a lorry. Sad times indeed. How did you get on with that? Each one of those, by the way, I was meant to say was worth 1 point. So if you got the sequence of the first and the second correct, you got 2 points in total. How did you get on with that one? I like your poem, Sloth. Thank you. Roses are red, violets are blue, Hunter's brown bread, now Mel's toast too.
That was a Ben Mitchell one, wasn't it?
Was it? Someone else said that, did they? Was it?
Ben Mitchell said on the show, didn't it?
Oh, did he? Calvin Carpenter should come back to run the pub, Robin Burns says. Calvin Carpenter, I would love to see the Carpenters return. Especially the daughter. Hit me! Hello, Robin. Thanks for joining in. I hope you're getting the questions right. So how do you guys get on? 3 out of 4. There's only 2 points in that round, Lou. So 2 points there. Maximum on that last round was 2 points. Right, next game is the Mitchell Mash. I don't know if you've listened to the podcast, if you remember this game, you might, hopefully the rules make sense again for you guys. Here we go. So I'm going to ask you 2 questions, and what you need to do is find the 2 answers and then mash the 2 answers together to make one continuous sentence. So I've got an example here. So if I said pub owned by the Carters and the wife of the footballer Golden Balls, well, the pub owned by the Carters is the Queen Vic. The wife of Golden Balls, David Beckham, is Victoria Beckham. So the answer would be Queen Victoria Beckham. Okay? That's how the game is played. Each one is worth 1 point. There's 3 different questions. So you can get a maximum of 3 points in this round. Stacey and her new boyfriend to run the pub. That'd be interesting. Jamone. Can't remember.
This game sounds convoluted.
It's good. Okay, if you need me to repeat the rules, let me know. But here we go. Let's give this one a go, shall we? So, question 1. Convenience store found on Bridge Street and actor who played Mel's husband who died in a car accident.
What?
Convenience store found in Bridge Street and actor who played Mel's husband who died in a car accident. You have to take the 2 answers and then they merge together to become one long answer, if that makes sense. Harry doesn't want Jags, I'm presuming when he says that he doesn't want Jags to be anywhere near the Vic. Any affiliation, by the way, of... No one wants Jags there. Any affiliation with Richard Osman's House of Games is purely coincidental. But if you've watched that, Minute Mark Steve, you're right, but think of Minute Mar Steve. Who plays Steve? You've got it. Some of you have got this. EastEnders Storyline has got this. EastEnders Storyline, you've got this. Yes.
BBC are going to sue you for stealing all their games.
This is still. It's coincidence. There we go. So here we go. So I'm glad you've all got the hang of this one. So yeah. So Minute Martin Kemp. The answer is Minute Martin Kemp. There you go. See, this is good. People are getting this. When you get the games, I love it. Right, Minute Martin Kemp. If you got that right, you get 1 point. I'm very pleased that you've got this. Right, here we go. Let's do another one, shall we? Question number 2, also worth a point. Daughter to Charlie, mother of Bert and Ernie, and pet dog given to Janine by Billy Mitchell, named after Irene's husband. Daughter to Charlie, mother of Bert and Ernie, that should be of Bert and Ernie, and pet dog given to Janine by Billy Mitchell, named after Irene's husband. What's the 2 answers? And then merge them together. Simple as that. So the last one was Minute Martin Kemp, so you made Minute Martin Kemp. Oh, Jonathan, you're going to watch Classic EastEnders? It's good this couple of episodes. Let us know if you like the new theme tune and the drum beats at the end. Anyone who's watching Classic EastEnders on the drama channel at the moment, does anyone find that it loses any kind of its edge with that new doom? This doesn't seem to have the impact anymore. It's like a really serious moment happens at the end, and then I just end up laughing at the drum beats at the end. It's not Slatery, Cat Slatery. You're close with Terry, but it's not. They didn't name the dog Terry. However, I'm tempted to give you the answer.
Irene's husband.
Well, okay, you're right. It is Terry. Okay, fine. You get the point. If you said Cat Slate Terry, you get the point. But I was looking for was Cat Slater and Terence. Cat Slaterance. But that's fine because the dog was called Terence, but I suppose Terry is the husband's name, so that's fine. You get it. If you said Cat Slattery, then you get the point on that one. Okay? Right, final one. Here we go. He is part of Ireland, the Fowlers and the Bills visit to meet their distant family. An actress who played the punk and returned for Dr. Leg's funeral. Ted Hills. Yeah. All right, Harry, you get the point. I've told you. If you said Terry, you get the point. Part of Ireland that the Fowlers and the Bills visited to meet their distant family, and the actress who played the punk and returned for Dr. Leg's funeral. If you just joined us, don't worry, we're playing a game where you face 2 answers and you merge them together to make 1 answer. Hope it makes sense. I got the last one wrong, and I was corrected, and so everyone got a point who said the correct answer. So, I'm not doing too well, am I? First I subjected you all to .con's connection game. And now I'm saying, can I have a shout out please? It would make my day. Hello, Alina Akbol. Hello. Republic of Islander. Not quite, no. Let's have a look at the answer. It's Dublin and Linda Davidson. So the answer is Dublinda Davidson.
Quality Dan got it.
Well done, Quality Dan. Dublinda Davidson. Well done. Hope you guys are doing all right. Republic of Ireland. It's not the Republic. It's the county. So I was looking for Tamara got it right. Dublinda Davidson.
Andy Gibson got half a point.
No idea, Davidson. Excellent. Half a point for that. Dublinda Davidson. Yep, excellent. Fantastic. Dublinda Davidson. That's exactly the right answer. Well done. Don't worry, guys. We are going to be playing a game that everyone loves next up. But I just want to know how you guys are getting along. If you want to send us any messages on social media, you can. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Twitter is at Walford Weekly. So is Instagram. And Facebook is just search Walford Weekly podcast. Alex, are you watching any of the Hollyoaks favourites? I believe they're showing a Brandon episode next week. Brandon's the Irish guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will be watching those, Lou. Don't you worry. I will be watching them. I loved that. That's my most favourite storyline they ever did on Hollyoaks. His Tash. I was
Weekly.
Hollyoaks. Yeah, it's on the way. I subbed from California. Hello, Football Master 123. Thanks for joining us. You're just in time for a brand new round, which is Martin Fowler's 5 a day. I shall wait for the reaction because everyone seems to love Martin Fowler's 5 a day, and it's also a game that we can all understand and enjoy.
The first question is, how big is Martin Fowler's bananas on average?
There's 5 alternative answers to that, is there? Does it change size each time? I will ask you a question or statement with multiple answers. Hello, Chicago. Hello, Harry from Chicago. It's good to hear from you. I will ask you a question or statement which has multiple answers. In the time allotted, you need to give up to 5. With the question, there is only 5 answers available, so you need to get a perfect score to win this. Okay? Ben's having a bourbon. Ben's having a biscuit in the kitchen. Leave him alone. Okay? Here we go then. So can you get 5 from this question? Name the 5 Fowlers that have been recast since their first appearance in EastEnders. Name the 5 Fowlers that have been recast since their first appearance on EastEnders. I don't know how Ben gets the spoilers. Ben does the spoilers, Alina, so you're going to need to get in touch with him. He does that. Who's Martin? Football Master, Martin Fowler. He's the greengrocer of the square. He has the fruit and veg stall. But it's just named after him, this game. Although actually this game is about the Fowlers this time. Name the 5 Fowlers that have been recast since their first appearance on EastEnders. Again, the little plug for the podcast. If you listen to our podcast, you can listen to it on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or any good podcast apps. We actually talk about recasts on the show this week. We also do the recap of the week that's been aired in the UK these past couple of days, because we only get 2 a week now.
And we slag off Jags.
And we have a bit of a moan about Jags, but then podcast wouldn't be the same without it. That American one, Andy, does not count. Who is that American one? People are giving answers. Well done, everyone. You're having a good go stab at this. Name the 5 Fowlers that have been recast since their first appearance on EastEnders. Well done, guys. I think you guys have pretty much got them all up. From the US, Football Master. Fair enough. You're forgiven. Libby has tweeted. I will look for your tweet right now, Libby.
We won an award on that thing, by the way.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. We came 3rd under Duncan Lindsay on Best Music Accounts.
Oh, I'm pleased with that. I am very pleased with that. Libby, thank you for your tweet. Libby said, what amazing quiz. I'm really enjoying it. I'll get your picture on this screen, actually. This is meant to be Ben's job, but he seems to have given up, so we're not playing anymore. Oh, dear. I'll get your picture up in a second when we play the next round. So how did you guys get on? Here are the answers to Martin Fowler's 5 a day. It was Bex Fowler, who's been twice, recast one, well, changed twice. Mark Fowler, Martin Fowler, Michelle Fowler, and Vicky Fowler. They've all been recast at some point. Well done to Gareth, who got them all right. Simone, who also got them all right. Harry, slagging off Jags should be a national sport. If it was, then we would be gold. Elizabeth Kitcher got all 5 correct as well. Mark Jr., Kelvin, well done. Yep, Mark. Well, Mark, yes. Both Marks have, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, anyway. Mark. Michelle, Martin, Rebecca, and Vicky. There you go. Anyway, if you got all those 5 answers at the bottom there, well done. You have got yourself a point. If you got even just 4 of them, that doesn't matter. You still get 4 points. You get points for as many of the 5 that you get correct. Here we go. Hopefully get that on screen in a moment. Right. So before we start the final round, because thank you, Kelvin, we are going to do a quick points sum up. So if you guys can get in touch and let us know how many points you've got so far. It's out of 22. So you should have, if you've got a perfect score so far, you should have 22 points so far. Football Master 123. You can watch EastEnders apparently on PBS in the United States, and if you are a member of BritBox, if my memory serves me right, because we've been asked this before, or if you are a bit computer savvy, not that I endorse this, but you can do it through a VPN and watch it on iPlayer in the UK, but not that we endorse that in any way or form. Okay? How many points has everyone got? Altogether, out of 22, of all the rounds played so far, how many points? So 5 points for all 5. 5 points for all 5 on that one. WCW. That name's great. I love that. WCW. 5 points for all of those. Yes. Let me see if I can. This is happening.
You're not
16. I am. Well, I'm trying to get a photo up. Ben's going to talk for a little while. Go on, Ben. Say something.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, I don't know. Talk about something.
Why do you think Habiba slept with Jags? And also, was it good or not?
There you go. That's Ben's question of the day. Why do you think Habiba slept with Jags, and do you think it was good or not?
Who's your favourite Panasar?
Don't give people the opportunity for that one. The Connection Game let me down. Yeah, a lot. The Connection Game.
Connection Game's not good.
22 out of 22 for Alana. 16 for EastEnders Storylines.
Sports-wise, our interest out of EastEnders, I don't play sport.
I like snooker.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a Taco Bell. Oh, get us one. I'd like a Taco Bell. I'm going to, right, I promised this. This is taking me long enough. I'm going to get it up there. Right, social pictures. Which one is it? There we go. Hello to @XXLibbyH, who says, what an amazing quiz. I'm really enjoying it. Is there any questions on Ben and Callum in the upcoming quizzes? There was one in the last quiz, so you could have joined in on that one. It's still on YouTube if you want, so you can have a go on that if you wanted, but we might do.
How do you find out the spoilers, Ben? I'm not telling you.
Trade secret.
They get sent and then I'm allowed to put them online for all of you to read. There you go.
There you go. Thanks to everyone who's also answering the question for how you get EastEnders in the US.
Favourite Panasar is Vinny. I'm a Vinny boy.
Lovely. Well done.
Panasar Party next week, everyone. We are trending that name, Panasar Party.
Panasar Party. Hashtag Panasar Party. Don't forget our spoilers are on our YouTube channel if you want to find them. He's adamant. He wants to know how you get those spoilers.
I told you, they get sent. So the only way you can listen to them is listening to our spoiler cast.
Right, we are overrunning a little bit, so we're going to go through to the final round now. So this is the final round of Walford Knowledge, the same as the first round, just this time you don't get the multiple choice answers. All you get is the question, okay? But it's always worth a stab if you think you can give a good educated guess. Have a go. 8 questions, 8 points available in this round. This is the final round, so do have a go. Have a go and see what you can win and get. Okay, here we go. I'm just babbling. Question number 1. On which iconic landmark did Jim Branning propose to Dot Cotton? I like Kiret or Kirit as well, Laura. Kirit. And Ben likes Vinny. And Ash is an amazing character. I mean,
Isn't it the same question as last week?
no. Last week we asked who came back to threaten Dot. Carwin, hopefully they won't be the new Vic. Oh gosh.
No one wants them to be, so they will be.
Yeah. What London landmark did Jim Branning propose to Dot Cotton? Answers coming through now. Here we go. And I think you all got the gist of this one. Not too tough, was it? Akwasi, Abby, Ewan, Chloe's mum, WCW, Gilby B, Harry, Sarah Jane Black, Tamara. Thanks for adding the E, Harry. All got it right. London Eye. It was the London Eye. If you got that right, well done. You get yourself a point. Here comes the next one. How old was Sonia when she gave birth to Rebecca? If you don't know the answer, it's worth a guess. It's only a number. How old was Sonia when she gave birth to Rebecca? It took me so long to get the picture up. I'm really sorry, the actual Amina, but thank you so much for sending in your answer card as well. It's amazing. You're doing very well. You got 8 out of 8 in the first round, so it's spot on, Mrs.
She's also known as Bex and Chloe.
What's that?
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Oh, yes. Sorry, Bex or Chloe. Callum to own the Vic, says Lou Flaherty. Lou, are you?
Callum's a policeman.
Well, he's not yet. He's just trying to become a police officer. Oh, a mixed bag of answers again. A few seconds left. How old was Sonia when she gave birth to Bex? Rebecca.
Quality Dan, 13. God.
Very young.
Slag.
Big Mo helped her give birth.
She did.
She did. On a
I remember
sofa.
when she didn't know she was pregnant and she thought she was just gaining weight. Jim Branning kept saying that to her and he made her hoover the house to lose weight.
Oh, what a card the Brannings are, eh? Yep, question. The answer was 15. So if you said 15 like Simone or the Quality Dan, change his answer to.
No.
Sloth, Ben Mitchell and Gareth Richards all said 15 and you all get 1 point on that question. Question 3. What dog breed is the Carter's dog Lady Di? What is the breed of Lady Di? Not
Shirley.
Not Shirley. What is the dog breed of the Carter's dog Lady Di? Sarah Lou. Goodness me. No Coronation Street references here, please, Abby Neville. There's another podcast that you can be going to listen to that. I was going to ask you, Lou. Yes, sorry. I kind of stopped myself. I just was curious to know where you were from. Well, that's what I'm curious about, because it's an Irish surname, but...
The name of Pauline's secret family.
And it's the name of Pauline's secret family, Lou Flaherty. Can Janine just come back to run the Vic? Answer coming through again.
Charlie Brooks is too busy and too expensive.
EastEnders fan forever has been a quote from Big Mo when she's doing the delivering the baby. You're not dying, sweetheart. You're having a baby.
Big Mo, keep your chin up, all 4 of them.
Yeah, that was to Pat.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind rewatching that episode. I might rewatch that tonight. If you said the answer is Bulldog, you got the answer absolutely 100% correct. Gareth Richards got that, so did Sloth Bird and BCFC Crow. Well done to all of you. Well done. You get yourself a point. Here we go. Question 4. Which is the only character to have died on screen in 1996, a few days after his release from prison? Who is the only character who died in 1996? They were the days, weren't they? One character died in 1996.
My favourite.
But who was it? And there's a bit of a clue there, because it says in the question, his release from prison. So that narrows it down 50%. I'm not from Ireland. My surname is stolen from an Emmerdale child's surname. Oh, that's interesting. Emmerdale. I haven't watched Emmerdale, like, for years. What's going on? Hang on, I got a tweet from, I'm believing it's EastEnders fan forever, Aaron Prohl. Love your channel, guys. I've been enjoying playing along to the quiz. Love you guys. Thank you very much. We love that you've joined in, Aaron. Yep, poor old Arthur it was. EastEnders Storylines is correct. It was Arthur. He died. The only character, he does have that accolade though. He's the only character that died in 1996, which I think is so unique in today's in today's world. Right, give yourself a point if you said Arthur Fowler. Next question. In what year was the third episode of EastEnders introduced? Hang on. We got a picture to go with it. In what year was the third episode of EastEnders introduced on BBC One in the UK? That was the Radio Times advertising it as well. What year did that happen? Again, it's a year. You know it's going to be between 1985 and 2020, so...
The day EastEnders credibility died.
No, it didn't. That was the fourth episode when they introduced.
Look at Michelle.
Simone watches all 4 British soaps. What's that? Emmerdale, Hollyoaks, EastEnders and Corrie.
Hollyoaks. Richard Blackwood's in that now.
He is, which is a shame because
He slept with Grace Black in the club.
Of course he did.
After they had a fight, they slept together. I thought Grace Black was a lesbian, but
I used to watch Emmerdale when Rob Ron was a thing. Oh yeah, I forgot about Rob Ron.
they stopped now, haven't they? Balance.
Balance the thing.
Kate Oates.
Queen Tish. Who loves that Radio Times cover, by the way? I think it's amazing. I think that is iconic. Yes, it is Grant, Michelle, and Sharon. That just sums up. I cannot wait for this year to come up on Classic EastEnders on Drama Channel, and that year is 1994. So in 1994, they introduced a third episode. I think in 1999, Lou, they introduced the 4th episode. There you go.
That killed off Ethel.
Yeah, it really did. She had to retire after that. Right, next question. If you said 1994, well done, you get a point. At which annual event did Johnny Carter agree to attend with Gianluca Cavallo after they first met at a pub in Soho the night before? This was the first Johnny Carter.
Okay.
So it's all fine.
Not the second one, he's rubbish.
No spoilers, Ben. At which event did Johnny Carter agree to attend with Gianluca Cavallo? I'm sorry if I've butchered that. After they first met at a pub in Soho the night before.
No spoilers about what?
Don't know.
About Grace Black and Hollyoaks. It happened like 2 days ago.
Gareth has met cast members from 3 soaps. Oh, let us know which cast members, Gareth. Who have you met? Where are we at here?
Has anyone met Letitia Dean? Because no one has.
She just winds up her window. She's like that meme of Celine Dion, yeah.
It winds up a window and drives up.
I can't wait for 1994 EastEnders Storylines. We're on 1993 at the moment, and that's hot. What was the annual event that Johnny Carter met the guy he lost his virginity to as well, I should say? Everyone who said Pride is 100% correct. It was Pride. They met up at Pride, and Linda gave her consent to it. So that's the main thing. Well done.
And then started drinking.
Yeah. Question 7. Rod Norman, Nigel Bates, Arthur Chubb have all taken up lodgings with which character?
Arthur Chubb.
Arthur Chubb. I'm sure he had a nickname. Rod Norman, Nigel Bates and Arthur Chubb have all taken up lodgings with which character? What's your favourite all-time EastEnders storyline?
Tish is loving self-isolation. She's tending to her vegetable patch.
No spoilers on Hollyoaks, Simone has said.
Sorry. I
Sorry,
only
Simone.
saw 5 minutes of it. It wasn't that great.
What's your favourite storyline ever on EastEnders? That's a hard one because there's a few. Yeah, ever. I think mine will always be... I don't know.
One that I like from the classic ones is when Kenny turned up for the first time and there was like 2 weeks worth of the Beals fallout with Pat. That was really good.
That was good, actually.
Or then the second murder with Chrissy and the cover up with Sam and Zoe. That was amazing.
I liked the Archie storyline. Who killed Archie? I thought that was good. Oh, I know. For God's sake, why can't I think of their names? Ronnie's daughter. When she found out Danielle was her daughter, that moment when she gets hit by the car. Oh my goodness, my heart just fell out my chest. Dot Cotton. It was Dot Cotton. Arthur Chubb, if for extra points, it was... Actually, no, you don't get any points. Was Fat Boy. who sadly died. I miss Fat Boy too. Nigel is still in Holby City, isn't he? I don't know. I haven't watched Holby City in a while. We're on to the final question now. But before we go to the final question, if you enjoyed playing this game today, we're going to do it all again. We're doing a third one.
Are we?
Yep, and it's going to be on my birthday too.
Oh, God.
Plug.
You're going to be drunk.
I am going to be drinking. The Queen Vic Pub Quiz number 3 will be on Sunday the 19th of April. Same time as today, 6 p.m. in the UK. If you live in the States, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Join us on Sunday the 19th of April. It is my birthday, so I expect you all to get drunk with me as I host the show with a long, tall glass of wine. Join us if you can. If you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring the bell, you will get notifications when the stream is live and up, so you don't have to miss out and avoid disappointment. Good. Right, last final question then. Here we go. Last question of the whole stream is, on this day, 8th of March, 5 years ago, which couple won £1 million on a scratch card? On this day, the 8th of March, 5 years ago, which couple won £1 million on a scratch card? Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Laura. Happy birthday. I hope you can join us, Laura. Sunday the 19th of April, 6 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. if you're on the East Coast of America, 10 a.m. if you're on the Pacific Coast of America. I'm learning these time zones. Shameful plugging. Oh, yeah. Of course, Quasi. Any excuse for a drink.
Halfway's hat invited to the birthday.
Halfway's hat might be coming to the birthday as well. You should wear a hat, Harry. Halfway's hat may be coming to my birthday celebration too. He couldn't make it today, unfortunately. He's self-isolating in heaven. On this day, oh, that milk. We've had to use, this is a very interesting story for you. We drink oat milk, and we've had to change our oat milk brand because it was sold out every time we go to the shop. And it's horrible. I won't shame the brand, but it's nasty, and I wouldn't buy it for ever again. Kat and Elfie. Kat and Elfie were the couple who won the £1 million on the scratch card 5 years ago to this day. Everyone who said Kat and Elfie, which includes Abby Neville, Harry Davies, WCW, Sydney Dumphy, and HO Jack 00. Give yourself a pat on the back because you've got the final point of the game. Lovely. Alfie did make her rub the scratch card on her boob to give it good luck. Yes, that did happen, Lou.
What
that certainly did.
They
Well, what happened to the money that floated on her face? Then she had to give that back up to Phil, didn't she? Oh, no, didn't she? Oh, anyway, I'm not going to get into a deep conversation about that. What was your final score out of 30? Total score out of 30. What did you guys get of the whole quiz? What was your final score? Don't all you be going to...
special Easter Sunday video as well, everyone.
Oh, yes, okay. While you're adding up your scores, this Sunday, Easter Sunday, this is why the quiz was moved to a Wednesday this week. Easter Sunday, we've got a special video coming to our YouTube channel. If you subscribe and ring the bell, you'll get a notification of when it's up. It's a special Easter video that Ben's done specially for this weekend. And also tomorrow our podcast is out as well. Again, you can subscribe on YouTube and listen to it on there, or you can listen to it on all good podcast apps, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean. I think it's on Google Play as well. Anyway, the scores are coming in. EastEnders Sporty's got 24. Well done. I hope you can join us again. Join us again on the 19th of April. WCW, so I'm just reading the rest of your message. Yes, very good. Fan base, very sure. WCW has 23. Abby Neville got 22. Gilby got 21. Sydney got 24. Really good scores, guys. Tamara Salter got 25. Harry's just been playing for the fun of it, so that's the spirit of the game, Harry. Well done. Aquaze got 24. AC got 26. HO Jack 00 got 24. Ben Mitchell, unsurprisingly, got a perfect score of 30. EastEnders Fan Forever got 20. Harry, I think I got 400 because of course I did. Fair enough. If you want to give yourself 400, give yourself 400. Elizabeth got 17. Got 22 last time. That's okay. You can improve next time. Simone Francis got 26. Keep getting your scores in quickly last minute. As I say, the next quiz we'll be playing will be on the 19th of April, which is a week on Sunday. This Sunday, there's a new YouTube video coming out made by Ben about a certain Easter meal that you probably all love and remember. Let's just say cream was involved. And tomorrow our podcast comes out as well. Love your channel, guys, and I remember to join the 19th. I hope you do, Laura. Do come and join us. Can I send you my answers? I've got no idea. If you want, Andy, send us to us as a DM on Twitter, and I'll get back to you what your score was. As always, thanks for joining us. I hope you guys had fun joining in. And stay safe, stay home. Remember, this is all for the greater good. This is all for the greater good. And hope you guys can join us again in a week or so's time. And as always, I can't say goodbye properly, so I'm just going to sign off now. Bye!